Namaste friends, welcome again to your own YouTube channel Anadi Anantam. So by now I think you already have it by heart, at least the name of the channel, right? So uh, continuing from where we left last time we were discussing about Sanatana Dharma and the secret of life in two parts, part 1 and part 2. So continuing from where we left last time, this is part 3, and here today we are going to discuss the significance of knowing your true nature, or the significance of knowing your true self, correct? So why is it so important? Now how do you describe the life of a common person, common man? How do you describe it? So generally, if I do it for you, generally what happens is this particular person takes birth in a family, correct? Second is he goes through some family rituals, and then he is groomed into being an individual. He goes through a lot of experiences from which he learns, he or she, so from which the person learns. And then definitely there is something, he has his own desires, and there starts a journey where he sets upon accomplishing one desire after the other, right? So that way life carries on. Sometimes it is through your own wish, and sometimes it is through the fate, or the circumstances in which the person is put under compulsion, whether he likes it or dislikes it. So he has to face certain things. Okay? So in this journey, there are many who achieve a lot and they feel happy. There are quite a few who are unable to achieve whatever they set their minds on due to various reasons. I am not saying that they are incapable or incapable of doing anything, but due to various factors and reasons, certain things happen, certain things do not happen or shape up the way we want them to. So after a certain age, when a person so-called retires from the active phase of life of seeking and possessing, of possession. So after he completes a certain age, say 60 or 70, then comes a phase of restfulness, right? You don't anymore feel like going about doing anything, or you are not chasing anything madly the way you used to do some while ago. Then comes this reflection of what the entire journey has been like, correct? And then there is some dissatisfaction again. Mostly it will be, I've achieved a lot of material things, I've been through a lot, seen through a lot, yet there is something which is still makes me feel that there is something still to be done, there is something still unachieved or unaccomplished. So what is this factor? Even the most successful person is not really truly the happiest person. He or she might still be having certain things which they wished for or hoped for that they could do. So in this way life carries on from one birth to the next. So definitely I know that you are all believers in life after death. There's no, at least for the ones who view my channel, there is no death. They are all immortal. You are already immortal. Whether you know it or you do not know it, you just accept what I am saying for now, that you are a immortal being. So you never die. What really happens is your form changes, your life form changes. Maybe today, in this life, you have a male physical form. In the previous birth of yours, existence of yours, maybe you had a female physical form, or maybe you had in the future, maybe you will have some other physical form of existence, but you have always been there, and you will always be here. You are not going to fade away. So what changes? What is really death? Death is nothing but change of physical form, correct? Now you must be very well aware of that Newton's law of energy, or which law of energy is that, I am just trying to recollect, but energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It only transforms from one form to the other, right? So who are we? If you really take a microscopic view of who you really are, you are nothing but a bundle of molecules and atoms, correct? Cells, which are again nothing but molecules and atoms put together, working together cohesively and very intelligently to keep your system together as an integrated whole. So, and these molecules and atoms, what are they in turn? They are nothing but freely flowing energy, right? So you by yourself do not die, but you are going to change your form from one form to the other. Now, what is the deciding factor between this form? Which form will you take? And the deciding factor are your own actions, right? Your own actions leave impressions on your mind. What is mind? Mind is again energy. So this is like a screen on which there are imprints which are created through actions, where you assume a doership. I am doing certain thing, good or bad, whatever, that comes later. But if you are associating yourself as a doer towards a particular activity, then you have a doership, correct? So that particular action leaves an imprint or an impression on your inner being, the subtle body. Then those impressions propel you towards taking another life form or existence, correct? Where you seem to be taking birth. But are you really taking birth? Think about it. You are already present. So taking birth is actually appearing in another form. And death is nothing but disappearing in the existing form and preparing to come back in another form, right? So now think about it, whether it is really worth mourning death, and whether it is really worth celebrating a birth, right? So celebration and mourning all stem from the limited perception of who we really are. If you see yourself as a concentrated block of a physical body, limited to a certain physical structure made up of flesh and bones, yeah, then you have to mourn death and celebrate birth. But if you see yourself as freely flowing energy, taking one form, then the next, then the next, then the next, and you are the one who has always been here, and who will always be here present always without any change. If you see yourself like that, then there is no birth and then there is no death. So this truth about your own existence, your own core, is something which really is going to change the way you lead your life, correct? It will impact the way you make choices, and it will make a lot of impact on the decisions you make and how you react to different life situations and different actions of others, correct? So this is one governing factor, and it will change the way you perceive and react. And the moment you change the way you react, your entire equation of experience will change. If A plus B is equal to C, and if is changed or replaced with X, and then you say X plus B, will it be C anymore? No, it will be something which is beyond imagination. So the way you respond will have a lot of impact on what is really happening around you and how you experience life. Right? So this is the significance, or this is why it is really important to get to know this knowledge about your true self. Now, is it so simple as to having me say it and you hearing it? Just by hearing, is it possible that you know everything and then you really enjoy that particular status of mind? No, sadly. You have certain exercises that you have to do, and as it is true with any other accomplishment, this also demands a certain amount of attention, a certain amount of discipline, a certain amount of technique, which you can only gain from the one who has already mastered it, right? So, but is there anything which you can do by yourself? Yes, you can first incite or ignite this desire, right? So this particular desire of knowing yourself is something which is going to propel you towards the right direction, get you in the company of people who are like-minded. This desire of yours is the one which the universe is going to respond to and put you on your right path. So desire is the fundamental and most basic thing which you need to do. So develop this desire for knowing your own higher self, of knowing your own being, of knowing your own existence, which is beyond the matter which you see all around, which is beyond this particular matter, perishable matter. You are that imperishable thing. But you have to realize it within yourself, and for that realization to dawn upon you, you cannot bring realization. It is just going to dawn upon you. You never know when. It can happen even now, and it could take some time as well. So this realization only dawns upon those who work for it, right? Who work for it in the right manner. Imagine yourself or an electrician trying to work his way towards a 240 volt meter. Do you think he will practice or follow all the precautions to save his life, or will he just go, I'm an electrician, I know everything about it, and I do not need to take any precautions, I don't have to wear any rubber gloves, or stand on a wooden plank to save myself from any kind of a shock or leakage of current? Do you think he will do that? No, life is precious, right? And the one who is intelligent is going to save it from any mishap, right? Mishappening. So likewise, you all are intelligent, and that is why you are listening, you are on this channel and listening to me, and so I assume that you will also take all the right precautions and follow the right steps or the right techniques. And to begin with this, you will first and foremost and most certainly develop or kindle within yourself this particular desire, right? Kindle this spark. It will most surely and certainly develop into a raging fire which the universe cannot resist. It will definitely put you on the right path where you will really realize your own higher being or your own higher self. So I'm sure you might have really gained something out of this. And with this part 3 and explaining about the significance of knowing yourself, I hope that the listeners and viewers at least have this interest, the seeking, and the longing for coming out of this, churn of mundane existence, of looking for an occupation, always being occupied, always being available for somebody else, always being there to do something, always being subject to compulsory actions, inactions, the rules and regulations of this worldly matter and worldly living. Okay. I know for sure that each one of you wants to come out of this, liberate yourself, and definitely experience the entirety of who you are, of who you truly are. Right? Where there is only bliss, bliss, and bliss. There is no one else apart from you, and there is only, this is full of light. No artificial light, this is your own conscious light of awareness. Right? And it's a great thing to experience this, to be able to experience this. So the first step towards experiencing this is to cultivate the desire to experience this, your own true nature, and definitely universe or God or Bhagavan will definitely put you on the right path and make you come into the company of the right people who will eventually help you to accomplish this goal of yours. So the only thing after achieving which you will come to final peace and rest is knowing your own true nature. Only after knowing this you will be experiencing completeness, the 100% you. There is nothing which is apart from this, or there is nothing, you will never feel anything that is anything more to achieve than this. You will feel full, satisfied, complete. With this, I take adieu. See you in another upcoming video. Take care of yourselves and come back and see me again. And yes, these are certain matters which are for the benefit and interest of every human being. So never forget to do your share and just share it with everyone you know, so that they also are able to ignite this fire and they are also able to accomplish this great and the highest goal of human existence. Shouldn't they also feel complete, full and satisfied in their lives? Right? Should they also not feel accomplished? So whoever is here on my channel, please be a humanitarian and share as much as possible, because this is going to be of interest to one and everyone alike. See you. Come back again.